This is the home page of Html5 Pcode. Now we're going to go to the example apps. In particular, we're going to go to the one called routines. This is the program called routines. We're going to go over the red stripe options. This is the red stripe. The first one pauses the application. When it's blue, it's paused. When it's yellow, it's running. The next program option takes you to the program that's being executed. And here, execute the application takes you back. The next one, called step, changes the value here between 3 and 5. As I go up, it goes to 5, then it goes back down to 1, then I'll set it back to 3. What this step does is changes the time it's going to wait when it finds a wait statement. If it sees an action called wait, it will subtract the value here from the amount of time it's supposed to wait. So if you increase this to 5, it'll subtract 5 each time, and it won't wait as long. If it were 1, it would take 5 times as long at each wait. Here is help. Help tells you what the options in the red stripe do. So if you forget, you can click help and see them again. Sound simply says if it's yellow, sounds can play. If it's blue, they can't play. Adjust is for applications that have parameters that you can adjust to change the way the application runs. If I click it here, it doesn't go anywhere because this application does not have any parameters. Same with test here. Test is used to test if the parameters are working properly. Well, this has no parameters, so test doesn't do anything. The next option is info. If you click on info, it goes to the glossary of terms. Here are terms that you might not know what they mean, so you can click on them and it'll tell you what it means. For instance, if we click on pattern circle, it'll show you what circles look like and how patterns can make a circle. You can stay in the glossary and go to another term by clicking on index, and you'll go back to the main index. There you can click on actions too. If you want to know what a particular action does, you can go on divide F, which is floating decimal value division. We'll go back to index, and at any time you can leave the glossary by clicking the X over here in the corner. Matter of fact, that's the only way you can leave the glossary and allow the program to start again. There it is. We went back out of info. We can also go to data. It'll show all the data in the program, but not at one time. It'll show you, for instance, here are the registers for the main program. But if you want to see those for subprogram 1, you have to click below there, all the way up to subprogram 9. Here are the variables and what value each variable is. There are 60 variables. You can select here instead to see the work lists. These are lists of numbers. There's 60 different lists of numbers. There can be 10,000 values in a list. So if we go to the list called point, here you'll see the values at all set 0 all the way down to 310. But there are 10,000 values, and it says so here. You can go to the very end and see the very end of the list. This is the very last value. We can also look at the work pages. Here is where text data is stored. We can also go look at lists, such as, well, for example, we'll look at the random number list. Here is a list of 10,000 random numbers. Here's the beginning of the list. Here's the end of the list of random numbers. Over here are pages. All the text data. That is not the work pages, they were over here. But the other text data, for instance, the application can have text data in these pages when it starts. So we'll look at page A. Well, we find in page A what appears to be the routines selection of what routine to run. So these are the routine names. There's over 100 of them. That has to be in the program when it starts. So it's in page A of the data that stays with the program. That is data. The next in the red stripe is trail. We click on trail and it's going to go through every instruction that was executed by this application. Here are the first 9. We can then go to another 9, and notice as we go through the program we see what it's doing. It's building the screen. Now if we'd go through 90 instructions at a time, we'll get through faster. And if we go to 900, it finished the screen because down here it says it went to exit. That's the trail. Also, there's RT, which is real time. If we click on real time, it'll put the first instructions here in what's normally the note box, that blue box you saw. But here are the instructions. Now you say, well, what can you do here? Well, here it says what the color is. What if I decide there should be some blue in the color? Look, it's the color of the background. As I put more blue in it, it gets more white. So, when you're in real time, you can make selections to what parameters you want in real time. Over here it says set X to a value. Well, let's see what that means. Well, we increase X and we notice that box starts moving across the screen. So we'll put it back where it should be. Also, where the height of it is, well, we'll increase it by 100. Whoa, it went down there. We'll bring it back. Alright, that's what RT does. Okay, that's the red stripe. While programming, get information from the glossary by clicking Info. Thank you for watching.